We put a contract on a house. So, big news on the alt house that we've been talking about, asking the question, is this the one? We actually put in an offer, and the offer was accepted. There was some back and forth. Every time you go out there, it takes a couple days, and then you get something back. And after doing a couple rounds of that, we kind of talked about what we needed. They kind of talked about what they needed, and we were able to meet in the middle. So we put down a contract, but it's not that simple, right? It's not auto magically ours. There are a handful of things that have to happen for this to go through. What are some of those things?
Well, we had to get our house on the market by Tuesday. And then from Tuesday, we have 3 weeks to have a contract on our house.
Ugh, that's tight.
It's tight. And
Yeah.
there was a lot of work to be done to get our house ready to put on the market.
Yeah.
The realtor says, the less it looks like you live here, the better. So we had to try and get our house ready so that it doesn't look like anyone lives here. But the problem is we live here.
Yeah. And we have a 2-year-old.
Yes, who actively destroys whatever we just cleaned up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and then we also need the engineering to go through. And then there will be an appraisal. And the appraisal's got to be at least what we offered. And
Sorry.
since the house was built in 2012, it's not been sold, right? They built a house, they built a barn. So, it's not like you can look at a prior sale price and say, well, it used to be X and now it's Y. Is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Right? They're going to be looking at it fresh. They're going to be comparing it to properties in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And, for the mortgage to go through, we need that to work.
Yeah.
But getting this house done was a
beast.
lot of work. In fact, that's why there's been, very little content going up with the Grateful Hearth, because we've put every hour into getting this house ready to go. What are some of the things you worked on?
I went through the house kind of room by room, cupboard by cupboard, and decluttered. Got rid of a ton of stuff we don't need anymore. Packed up a bunch of stuff that we aren't going to need in the immediate next month or two. Like summer clothes, half of the kids' toys. I wonder if we could just lose that half and we don't need them.
Poof! I don't know where they went.
Disappeared.
There was
Thankfully,
a
you
fire,
have plenty of
something.
doing. But I did that. That was a lot of work. Just going through the house and decluttering and packing. And then I just cleaned. I cleaned and I cleaned and I cleaned. I scrubbed baseboards. We repainted a lot of the trim so it looked better. It's a lot of cleaning.
And on top of everything else, one of our friends got sick in the meantime. So, you check in on there, and that's just sitting in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to be okay. And at the same time you were doing all that work, we did the basement ourselves.
Yep.
One of the downsides of doing the basement for yourself is you only have to take the basement to a certain place, right? There are some, painting this and touching up that you just kind of let go because the most important thing is, getting the office, or the most important thing is the second half of the basement was when we had Dominic.
Yeah, we just needed to get it done before he came.
So we installed the wet bar kitchen thing, and then we're like, okay, done. We can get the permit.
Yeah.
But it turns out there was another week of work, of trim work and paint work and all that kind of stuff to put in there. So all that is pretty much done. Now how do we keep it clean?
I think that will be easier than getting it to this point. Now that it's to this point, you know, a quick making the kids pick up their toys before they go to bed and keeping up on dishes and laundry. I don't think it'll be as much work as it was last week, but I can tell the kids are already getting kind of annoyed that, you know, don't touch that, don't get that out, don't make a mess. It's gonna be a long couple of weeks.
Oh, and then there's this wonderful game of, I want to make a cup of coffee. Where did we shove that?
Yeah. And the photographer came today, and it's been like a little scavenger hunt all day of where did she put my soap? Where did she put that towel?
Let's play a game. She moved the extra toilet paper that was sitting downstairs. Okay. Guess where it was on top of some extra cabinets and pantry cabinets that we use downstairs. Where did she put it?
I'm gonna go with the closet where the sump pump is.
You know, that's what I would have thought was the logical place. No. Take another guess.
Under the sink.
No.
The closet under the stairs.
No.
The storage room?
No. All of those are very logical places. No.
Where'd she put it?
On the middle of the counter of the wet bar. Out of all the places she could have put it. I'm like, how did you even take pictures with it? She must have put it somewhere else.
She must have taken a picture of the wet bar and then taken that down and taken a picture of the cabinets or something.
But I, you know, after all the work we've done to get the house ready to go, I walk downstairs and the first thing that's in front of me at the bottom of the stairs is like this toilet paper sitting on the counter.
Well, I mean, it's fitting for 2020. Maybe we can get extra money if we sell our toilet paper stuff.
If you want to buy toilet paper, give us a call. So at this point, you know, we got to go through all this stuff. It's Sunday night. Tuesday, this house goes on the market, and from that day, it's got to sell within 3 weeks, or the contract on our homestead's at risk.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that it sells.
Okay.
What's the very next thing on your to-do list?
If it sells?
If it sells.
Start packing up all this other crap. It's gonna be a lot of work.
Well, the good news, no. There's plenty of crap to pack up. I take it back.
Plenty. We have a lot of things, and like things that I don't want to get rid of, like books. We have a lot of books that I want to keep, but I mean, then you gotta move them all. And
in my office, I have all those equipment. Anyone who's ever been technical knows that you have a box of stuff. Or in my case, you have many, many shelves of boxes of stuff.
A closet.
A closet full of cords and keyboards and mice and
speakers,
earphones and whatever else. I'm going to need it one day. Really, I am. And then we've got all the homeschool stuff.
Homeschool. Plus we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And they each have their room full of stuff.
And then we've got some stuff down in the storage downstairs. You know, a few
just
odds
Christmas
and ends.
decorations, camping stuff. I really don't feel like we have a lot of stuff until we have to pack it and move it somewhere else. And then it's like, why do we have all this stuff?
All right.
It's going to be a lot of work.
What is the best way to pack this stuff up and move it? Let us know in the comments below, because we just have boxes and we're going room by room, I think is how we did it last time, and how we'll probably do it this time. But if there's a better way, I definitely would like to have a better way. All right. So selling the house, this house has got to sell, and then we get ready to move. Mm-hmm. It's going to be an exciting and crazy few weeks.
Hopefully.